and sleep, two of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
we kept talking about this during the break. I'm very interested in this. Joining us now to explain what researchers have discovered is medical reporter Liz Bonis. Liz.
Hey guys, good afternoon to both of you. Welcome back to Kyle. Working nights is bad for your gut and bad for your brain. This according to a new study that recently took a closer look at the body's natural rhythms. A study on work shifts published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found 3 night shifts in a row is enough to throw the body's natural rhythms out of balance. So much so that your brain and your digestive system are way out of kilter. If you've worked nights for any length of time, construction, office work, whatever, you likely know how this feels. It means you work nights, you likely can suffer everything from stomach pain to gut problems while your body's trying to adjust, and sometimes you don't adjust. You also may experience this if you cross time zones or mess with your sleep cycle in a stressful time in your life. Researchers in this study invited 14 volunteers ages 22 to 34 into a sleep lab. They split them into 2 groups. The first spent about 3 days on a day shift and slept from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. The second group stayed awake for 3 nights in a row and could only sleep 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. When blood samples were taken in the next 24 hours, levels of melatonin and cortisol, which is a stress hormone, as well as levels of metabolites linked to digestion, were all analyzed. They showed that in the night shift workers, the people who had to sleep during the day, the brain's master clock appeared to shift about 2 hours, but the digestive system clock and the levels of metabolites linked to digestion went way out of whack, like 12 hours off. The brain clock was off just a couple hours, digestion off this 12 hours, and what that means is metabolites, things like your hormones linked to chronic kidney disease, really messed up. And this might explain why working nights or overnights, even if you get up at 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, has been linked to higher health risks and certain conditions, higher rates of diabetes, higher rates of heart disease, higher rates of stroke risk, and more cancer. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Don't shoot the messenger. Just throwing it out there, guys. I know we've worked them all.
Yeah. You always talk about how important sleep is.
I know.
And you realize it with a story and study
But it's
like
not
that.
just sleep, it's when you sleep.
Right.
When you sleep, and I think that early morning shift, or whatever you want to call it, it also makes me want to eat all the time, just to try to stay awake, and you're eating junk food.
That's
so that's
digestive
on top of it
hormone
too.
stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Liz.
Always insightful stories from our friend